This morning, I got a text from my grandma, and she lives in Culiacan, Sinaloa, and they've been going through it. Look, just look at this. 14 suspect linked to powerful Sinaloa cartel arrested in Spain. That's obviously not in Sinaloa, but they are from Sinaloa. Navy destroys Chapito's marijuana field in Sinaloa after capturing faction leader. Like, that's even more crazier. The Navy, bro. The Mexican Navy located and destroyed 6 metric tons of marijuana on Saturday in collaboration with the Federal Attorney General's office in the northwestern state of Sinaloa. While carrying out helicopter patrols over rural areas of north-central Sinaloa, the Naval Ministry personnel spotted a sizable field of suspicious plants and alerted troops on the ground. The Marines moved in and found 22,113 plants in large tract of land outside of community in Salete de los Ibarra, near the state capital, Culiacan. And this is really bad, but obviously marijuana is illegal currently in the state of Sinaloa. And I think all of Mexico. I don't really know of any state, maybe New Mexico, or the city of Mexico, not New Mexico, that's here in the States. Maybe they have legalized marijuana, but I know it's not legal in Sinaloa, so there it is, look. They burnt it. They burnt literally cartel farms because this is illegal. And lately, I know they also got a new president. Look, there's a female president, and I know it startled a lot of commotion between the loss of power of certain cartel groups, and yeah, they are a transitional organized crime syndicate based in the city of Culiacan, Sinaloa. At the epicenter of the Mexican drug trade, a deadly power struggle shuts down a city. Culiacan, Mexico. In this city, built from spoils of Mexico's richest trafficking empire, they're calling it the narco pandemia. Not a virus, but a deadly reckoning inside the Sinaloa cartel that has left businesses shuttered, schools empty, and the streets nearly deserted. Even the glitzy bars, exclusive car dealerships, and plastic surgery boutiques catering to cartel lieutenants and their entourage are mostly closed. And I have actually experienced this firsthand. If you actually go on my YouTube channel, I actually was stuck in one of the cartel closures. I wasn't allowed to leave my house. They weren't delivering water to us. They cut out the electricity in most places. The streets were all like closed with burning trucks and cars. Let's see if I have the clip right here on my channel. But this was, I think, 2 years ago. And it happened again, like multiple times. I think last month was probably one of the biggest lockdowns. According to my family, I did not go. Well, I was there for December and January of like last year and this year, but the closures didn't start till after that when I left. And I was like, holy shit, I saved myself from being stuck in Mexico again. But the first time it happened, my brothers and I were there, and we were supposed to return, but we had to postpone our trip. Well, we had to stay there for an extra like week because everything was closed down.
Mexican authorities have arrested Ovidio Guzman, son of notorious drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, a source from the federal government of Mexico told CNN, in a dramatic operation in the northern state of Sinaloa on Thursday that led to clashes around the city of Culiacan. Guzman is described as a high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel, in a press release issued by the United States State Department on December 16, prior to his arrest.
So that basically happened a year later again, a little bit more than a year later. And my grandparents were calling in and telling me that they were scared. They weren't allowed to leave their houses. They were not allowed to see family. Every now and then they would have like a family member drive, but it's always a risk to drive across Sinaloa and visit my grandparents. And it's scary, let me tell you. Experiencing it firsthand, you have no idea what is going to happen. So I was a little bit traumatized because I wasn't allowed to even go to the mall. Like, shit was crazy, man. Obviously, if you're a civilian, they don't really harm you. So I shouldn't have been that scared. But either way, there's a lot of bad people who are just there to commit crimes and stuff. And due to these closures, my grandma, she texted me today and she told me that they're having a lot of donation-based things, to kind of call out for peace. So I went on to Twitter to find out about this, and look at this. En Sinaloa, a ritmo de El Sinaloense, bandas tocan para pedir paz en su estado, en lo que han llamado Jalemos con la Banda, which means like a bunch of bands and like musical groups are gathering together to play, to play for peace, basically. I haven't watched this, but it's crazy. And this is happening live right now. This was 2 hours ago. I'm assuming they are still playing. And then look at this. They did a giant cookout where they made a giant bowl of aguachile where they hired a bunch of different, I don't know if it was volunteers or hirees, and they all prepared this giant aguachile, which is like raw fish cooked in salt, pepper, chili, and lime. And they did this for charity, basically, like to raise money for all the businesses that couldn't be opened during the cartel closures. Look at this. There's people even dancing on the streets. Bro, I miss Culiacan. Se lleva a cabo en Culiacán, Sinaloa, el festival Jalemos con la Banda, donde preparan un aguachile monumental, liderado por el chef Miguel Taniyama, bro. Okay, so this basically means it's the same thing. All the bands, they got together, and then this chef, Miguel Taniyama, decided to make a giant aguachile for all the people there in like a motivational type of vibe, you know? Like these are the good things that are happening in Sinaloa. I don't really like to cover the bad stuff, but when people get together to help each other and to raise the vibes even after such a gloomy time, it's so beautiful, man.
¿Qué tal amigos de Uno TV? Yo soy Samuel Sánchez, nos encontramos aquí en el gran festival Jálate con la Banda, una iniciativa de ciudadanos.
It's a festival, that's crazy.
A todos los músicos y meseros afectados por la violencia desde el pasado 9 de septiembre están preparando 1 tonelada, 200 kilogramos, cada medio litro de aguachile,
200 kilograms of food, of aguachile. And all these people that they're supporting were affected by the violence of the people and the cartels raising hell, you know?
Y en este festival hay que mencionar que también están participando por lo menos 20 agrupaciones musicales y ahorita al mismo tiempo van a estar tocando el sinaloense y muchísimas más canciones que son parte de la cultura.
Hell yeah. They're playing cultural related songs, Sinaloa-based music, Sinaloense music. And we're known, like I'm from Sinaloa, so we're known for our seafood. This is perfect, man. Look at all that food, bro. I should make my own aguachile just for this. Alright, so he just said that they got together to support musicians and a bunch of waiters and food workers that kind of were impacted by the cartel closing everything down. That's so cool, man. It makes me happy to see people just gathering around like that. If only I could be there. I mean, I guess this is my way of supporting, kind of creating a video on it so that others can see. That's kind of the only thing I could think of since I'm not over there. But yeah, there's a bunch of negative stuff happening over there. A lot of people don't even like traveling to Sinaloa because of how dangerous it may be. Let's see what they have here.
Frente a la Catedral de la Ciudad, acá en Sinaloa, donde hoy se armó la fiesta, frente a la Catedral de la Ciudad. Ya pasaron 74 días, usted lo sabe, le hemos reportado aquí violencia en la ciudad y los ciudadanos decidieron salir para apoyar a músicos y a meseros, vea.
Basically everything I just said.
La banda, ¿no? A todo lo que da. Chefs también preparando el aguachile más grande del mundo. ¡Qué delicia! Se llama Jalemos con la Banda.
It's called Jalemos con la Banda, bro. That means like pull up with the band.
Están celebrando con la intención de reactivar de alguna manera la economía para los músicos, para los meseros, los negocios de comida que están cerrados por culpa de la violencia.
Because of the violence, all these restaurants that were closed are suffering. That's crazy, man. Look at all that fish, bro. They said it's the world record for the largest aguachile, man. And damn, bro, I wish I could try it just for the culture, you know? Although, is that even sanitary? Let's not even go there. Let's not even worry about that. Look, they're wearing gloves. Everyone's wearing a hat. They are outside, but yeah, man. I would like to send my prayers out there to all the victims of the organized crime that is happening in Sinaloa. God has a plan for y'all, and all you guys gotta do is stay strong, stay positive, and have faith over fear. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything, and trust that God is guiding you, or whatever you believe in, the universe, whatever your language allows you to comprehend, it's guiding you. Such a beautiful reunion out there, which I wish I could be a part of, but this is as close as I am going to get to today. JALE con la banda, guys. That's the story that I wanted to talk about. Thank you for listening.